All right, guys, here we're to talk about Ash vs. Evil Dead, Season 3, Episode 9. We are closing in, getting toward that home stretch on this season.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
Behind me. Lurking.
Things got a little interesting.
Things happen.
So while this episode doesn't
things
necessarily bode well for like how this series is going to conclude.
I'm feeling like a cliffhanger.
I really enjoyed the episode.
Sure. Yeah.
There was like a lot of things here happening. I liked the daughter more in this episode than I have in a while. Like she's not been a strong point for me. Not that I've disliked her, but never was like, oh yeah. For a moment, and it was just a dream sequence. I was like, when she was cutting off her own arm, I'm like, oh my god! And then she had a skill saw. I'm like, oh, she's gonna put a skill saw on her arm? And she was like, oh.
Yeah, there you go.
That was really dope.
I also had the same thought, but I was kind of like, oh no, they're both gonna have one arm. That's so dumb.
Well, I thought that'd be a fun way to end the series.
Hey,
and
that's
like
my
a
girl.
silhouette with both of them, like
exactly,
like a left and a right arm type of thing.
Yeah, that sort of deal.
That would have been
nice.
It's
very anime. I agree.
She did lose a thumb though. That was real, and that's interesting.
We want to just pick up on that,
Things like that just feel extra real for me.
That looked really good.
An appendage.
That was a very subtle effect, but just like the last digit of the thumb, and it's like squirting blood, and you see like the bone and stuff hanging from it. It was very good.
Yeah.
Because honestly, they'll cut people all the way in half, and I'm like, it's an illusion, it's a trick. But like something very subtle like that, when someone just gets some like little thing, but is very like.
Well, and it's so much more.
It's real.
Intense because people get bit and shot and stabbed all the time, but they pull the knife out or whatever and they're fine. There may be a scar, maybe we'll never see that again. But when you lose a thumb,
you don't have that anymore.
You've lost a thumb.
Exactly.
I would much rather get stabbed than lose a thumb.
Oh yeah, no, I need all my parts.
Oh,
it's terrifying.
And that weird little monster she's fighting is her mom on the cell phone. That effect was pretty good too. When she goes to answer the call or hang up and it just bites her thumb.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
I liked that. Then when it grows arms and legs,
it turned to a lot of stages there.
I was like, it looks like a Fraggle. Or something like that.
It had an interesting look to it, and I didn't dislike it.
Or an organic version of in the Michael Bay Transformers, they have the little like the little hacking robot that goes around and stuff.
Of the big monster from Spawn, like a baby version of that.
Yeah, very wiry appendages and stuff. Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. It was fine though.
But in this universe, that's totally a normal thing.
I was laughing at it though. I was like,
yeah, but
what?
I think I was laughing with it.
You know what I mean? I was laughing and it was happening.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call that.
We saw the old or ancient ones or whatever for the first time unobscured.
I wrote down dark ones. Is that what they call them?
I thought they were ancient or old.
Crap.
Or whatever.
Cut. No.
Doesn't matter. Old. Regardless, the three robed.
The hooded dudes. Yeah. The necrophage mongers.
Yeah. And they're weird.
Yeah.
They're not what you would have pictured.
Paulo tries to seal the portal.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not closing. And then they come out and they kind of impale his soul. It's really cool.
Yeah.
This redness going into him and he's stuck on it, but they don't kill him. And later
I thought they were sucking the book out of him.
Yeah.
But then
he
he's still a Brujo Especial and did stuff.
He no longer has the book in him. Now he's just the Brujo Especial.
Yeah.
They do steal the extra pages that he had and kind of, leave with the stuff or whatever.
A lot of cool things involving pages this episode.
That's where the whole thing begins. That night that they kidnapped and stabbed, it turns out they were going to do something totally different to her than stab her in the abdomen.
Yeah.
And they're
draining her
blood
from 3 portions.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And they skin her back to get materials to make a new page of the book.
Yes.
Which I'm not sure what that page was going to say. I'm not sure if they said it here.
They said that they were making a page to mask the book. And they didn't.
What?
To mask the book from the old ones, whatever. They made the little circle of binding, and they're doing this whole thing. They're like, oh, when we do this, they won't be able to find us. But that'll only hold them off temporarily, blah, blah. And then they didn't even finish it before they got there.
Yeah, because Ash came in and screwed everything up.
I don't even know if Ash had much to do with that. I think they were lost regardless on that.
Well, yes, but I don't know. He obviously shows up and they're not done, and then they fight him, and then the old ones show up or whatever.
They had maybe an extra minute to finish that spell.
Yeah.
The old ones kill Ruby and what's her face.
So Kaya. They suck Kaya's soul out of the Kelly body.
Yes.
Then one of the other road figures just vomits out this wet Matrix-looking Kaya body.
Her orally.
Just to shove the soul into it, just to immolate her and put her on fire and all that stuff and kill her in the most painful possible way. I was like, these people have a flair for the dramatic.
I wanted to hear. that actress talk at all.
Because that's obviously what she sounds like.
Well, I wonder.
Just looking at her face, I was like, "That's you." This whole time, it's been you.
Because how much would that even matter, honestly? Like, would you hire a voice actress that is also an actress just for that one moment? You know?
Yeah, no, like we've seen her before. I'm assuming that that's her.
But we've seen her, but we've never heard her talk.
I don't
recall
she
ever
talked
hearing her
in
talk.
The book, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we've heard her voice,
right?
But we've never seen the voice and the mouth move at the same time.
Unless you count in the book or whatever when she's talking and she's on like speaker book phone, Facebook phone.
That was like obscured and odd.
I know. It's the whole thing. Yeah.
But I wonder.
Do you think that they chose to have her not have any? Because she like looks at Ruby and Ruby says something, I think, but she doesn't have any last words.
No.
Do you think that's intentional? And this actress does not speak at all.
It almost whether it was intentional or not, it made me feel like it was intentional.
Yeah.
It made me think that that's not the actress that actually has that voice because. Okay. Like, it's like, well, that's the actress that will do this scene, and then we have a voice actress over here, and then Kelly mimes it. Or Kelly's actually amazing, and can somehow do that.
Or Kelly does a British accent,
and
this other person is like just a model who never did anything.
Maybe.
We'll never know. I'm so happy.
Say. Either way, somebody's mouthing, so what's more likely?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to listen to her, because in the book she is like distorted too, so I'd have to hear them like side by side to get a good sense of that or whatever.
Yeah.
But the Ruby death's also pretty good. We get the same like soul suck thing where like the dark gray smoke Ruby comes out, just like when the other Ruby lost her powers in season 1 or 2 or whatever.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then they keep sucking, and just she desiccates into this like withered thing. It's very cool. It's a good effect.
Her scream in the cowl as she gets sucked away
like
for
the
the last
spirit
moment.
her and stuff. Yeah. I liked it.
I'm wondering if next episode we're gonna see Ruby in the like Phantom Zone.
Okay.
Or if we're totally done with her.
Interesting.
Because it seemed like she had a plan to kill the old ones.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if she will act that out from another plane of existence, if the Brujo Especial will call her back, if she'll come back in Kelly's body, like
oh, no.
and many options for things that could happen.
There's only one more episode, though.
I know.
I'm very worried about this.
But it doesn't even have to sum everything up, because they could end thinking they're coming back the next season.
And it's looking more and more like that.
Like that's going to happen.
Kelly gets away. Ash gets away with Kelly's body, and the Necronomicon.
Yes,
he's feeling awesome.
And the dagger.
Okay.
Where I was like, when he first had the dagger in the house, I was like, I have mentally lost track of the dagger.
Who's got the dagger?
I thought the bad guys had the dagger.
They did.
So when did Ash get it?
I picked it up. I don't know.
Just picked it up off camera.
I was shocked to hear that he had the dagger in the first. I have no idea. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yes, speeds away. Deadites have started to take over. We get a scene in like a local bar where it's like, "Hey, buddy, where's my drink?" And he's like, "Blah." And
I'll take another Russell.
Yeah.
Russell.
Uh-oh. And all that. So everything's going shit.
We're forgetting one great line though, where Ash sees Ruby die, and what does he say? He's like, "Oh, Ruby, I'm so fuck you," and he like leaves or something.
Oh no, I forgot that entirely.
I enjoyed that a lot.
Perfect. Yeah, he kind of watches it all happen and is like, "Ha, gotcha, bitch," and like leaves or whatever. Just like, okay, cool. And now he has a much worse enemy to fight. And it's like, oh no. Why have you done this?
Ruby's last words were like, "Wait till the savior of man gets you." That's Ash, so.
Yeah, and they're like, "The prophesied one will not stand in our way," and blah, 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 blah. We have a book.
I'm wondering how he will.
Well, at the end, right, they get the book. He crashes the Delta into the hardware store.
Into the bar.
He crashes the Delta into something. All of our people are like reunited. Everything's fine.
Yep.
The Dark Ones are there. They get the book. A giant sinkhole opens up. A giant Stranger Things end monster
super spindly hand
comes
but
up.
Gigantic.
But gigantic, yeah. So I don't know if that's part of a huge monster or if it's just more like ground hands. But they're like, this is your empowered special ultimate move.
Either way you think about it, it's like, well, how's he going to beat that? Because he's also, in this episode, lost his shotgun and his chainsaw.
Oh, we didn't talk about the chainsaw. That was awesome. I loved that scene so much. When she goes,
that was sad.
Oh, and like bends the blade. He's like, no! And all that stuff. I was like, this is amazing.
And she crushes it. She crushes it and breaks the blade. So like,
the look on her face when she bends the blade is so awesome.
Yeah, she does like a sensual look.
She's so, this? You don't want me to do this? Oh, it's so good. This loss is great.
Yeah, no, very much so. Has been for 2 decades.
Has been for a long time.
His shotgun, gave to the daughter. The daughter left that at the house. So that's
he doesn't technically have it, but yeah.
So yeah, he could pick that back up, presumably.
Or any other shotgun, right?
Yeah, that one's special.
It is special. I know he's done some stuff to it, but I don't know how modified it is. The
Shot
chainsaw
smart.
arm is a whole thing. He deals with his stuff. I'm like, come on.
Pablo could potentially make another one. I doubt he can make it this episode.
Okay.
So it's gonna be. He still has his power hand. So like that.
Yeah,
that's still
that
something.
weird power hand from season 1.
Yeah.
Hefe, we made you a hand. Thanks, guys. This will help me act in all these scenes without us paying for me not to have a hand.
That is fun.
Yeah, we're getting to that point, right? I don't know. It's hard to make predictions because there's not enough time for anything to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like I would like that hand to belong to a giant version of the cell phone monster that crawls out of the hole and looks entirely ridiculous, and they kill it in some stupid way that makes no sense, but then the dark ones are still out there, and then the season ends and we're like, come on.
Just for the sake of budget and stuff, and I can't imagine how that fight would work. They have to flee or something and not actually encounter this big thing. They'll fight the 3 guys in some way. Some loose trickery is gonna happen.
I was just gonna say,
and they're gonna win.
I'm feeling trickery. I'm feeling, wait, you can't do that because this. What? And they're like, there's some stupid thing where you're like, okay, fine, I guess there's just going to be like, whatever.
Or he'll rewrite a page in the book or some bullshit.
I don't think so. Does the whole fucking thing. Yeah, it'll be some something like that. Oh, we didn't talk about the other Necronomicon FaceTime thing where Pablo is now. I can see through the eyes of the book. And then later, he's like in the car and
driving.
And Ash is treating it like he's like it's a walkie-talkie. He's like over. He's like doing all this stuff. I'm like, okay, that's fabulous. But yes, they can like talk through the book or whatever.
Yeah. I like that.
It's an interesting angle because he has a connection. He's like
the Brujo Especial.
He's the Brujo Especial, and he's like touched by the evil. He says that. He's like, they didn't kill me. I think because they don't consider me to be like one of you. I'm like, I have one foot in each world. This like stuff that they're setting up with him.
In the rain with his hair down looks so weird.
Yes.
Like I'm so used to his like eraser head, and for him to have his hair down, I'm like, who even are you?
Yes.
Get out of here.
Exactly.
But yeah, we got one episode left.
I'm
pretty
not
interested.
optimistic. Like I'm like, I want to know what happens right now, but I'm also very like, because we know the show is canceled. We know this is like the end of everything.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Right.
Bruce did just this a side note
tweet
thing
alert, tweet of the week.
Not a tweet. Bruce is taking over as the host of Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Oh.
Which has a long line of people I like as the host.
Oh, so, what does that have to do with me and my need for Ash versus Evil Dead?
It's some Bruce hookup there. So he is in the likes of Kelly Packard from the California Dreams.
Okay.
And then there was Dean Cain.
I was just gonna say, Superman. Wasn't that your boy Dean Cain?
And then we got Bruce Campbell. Okay. So like only people I like seem to have that hosting job.
I wish I liked anyone, and then I could say, they're not hosting it. All right. I mean, good for Bruce. Bruce is always going to land on his feet. Yes, I knew that. It's like in the first season of Burn Notice, when he has to fake, he's outside of like a building and he's like, 3 strikes, you're out of a job, and is like throwing stuff at the building, and I'm like, okay, this guy's a treasure, he's amazing, I love everything about him, he can do whatever he wants, right, he'll be fine.
What is he called, like CIA, a bunch of whiny little girls?
Yeah, no, and he like faking being drunk, and that's why he's there or whatever, like, they fired me from the plant, and he's like throwing things, like it's amazing. Yeah, like I said, very concerned, but I cannot wait to see what happens.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's this episode of Ash vs. Evil Dead. We'll see you next week for the last episode. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.